There's nothing like the hot taste of bitter coffee to begin a witchy divination with. Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. Welcome to another Pick a Card Tarot and Oracle reading in which I will answer your question, will you ever have children? So this is for those of you who are wondering whether you will have children, how many, with whom, what will be the context, when it may happen. These are some of the contextual details that I will provide you with in this reading. And because you guys loved the plush selection of toys from my previous reading, I decided to offer you another selection of toys. These are toys that I have been carefully collecting throughout 2024. Some of them are actually from the World Wildlife Foundation, and they were sent to me after I made a donation to the World Wildlife Fund. As you guys know, I am a big lover of animals and I support conservationist efforts wherever I can. And I just thought that it would be such a nice gift to get these toys ready, cleaned, and ship them off to an orphanage for Christmas. But before I do so, because you guys like them so much, I thought I would include them in a pick a card reading so that you may enjoy them as well. Feel free to also look around in your home as the holiday season is approaching. If you have any toys that you're no longer using from your childhood, from, I don't know, babies of your friends, make sure to give them a good rinse, clean them up, and see if you can donate them to a local shelter, an orphanage nearby your home. It would be wonderful if we can make the world a little bit better with our small local efforts. Anyway, all this being said, let me show you the options. So I have here for group 1, a cat, and it's a really beautiful tabby orange cat. She's quite hefty as well. Now for group 2, I have this adorable porcupine. Look at his coat. The detail on this little fellow is amazing, and I love his muzzle. For you, group 3, I have here a koala. Has a really sweet nose and a very grumpy looking face. And for you, group 4, we have the bear, probably the most well-known and most well-loved cuddly toy, especially plush toy. This is actually a brown bear from the Carpathians, from Romania. Okay, so take a moment now to look at which of these 4 toy options pulls you in the most. And if you have made your choice, then I'm so looking forward to divinating for you at your specific pile. If you want to get in touch with me for a personal reading, I do offer those, and I need to tell you that I am offering a Christmas sale from the 15th of December until the 22nd of December at midnight. You may book a reading with me for 15% off. So make sure you take advantage of this opportunity. You can book a reading during this week, and you can schedule it for me to create it for you at a later point in time. I just want you guys to take advantage of this wonderful gift so that, you can actually get a really good quality reading or a report, an astrological report, for a little bit less, so that you have more money for food or other expenses around the holiday season. Thank you so much for your support. I do need to remind you that I have short form readings on Instagram. I have a second channel, Ida Nearby, on which lately I've been posting gaming content, and I'm having so much fun showing you new games. Also, my third channel, The Spiritual Cosmos, has a wealth of astrological resources. I have the series Astro Babes, Astro Hunks, Vintage Hollywood, and all sorts of current transit analysis. So feel free to check those out. Also on my website, you can find a variety of free astrological articles. I write also about music, relationships, and psychological development if you're interested in that kind of thing. Good. Self-advertisement to the side. Let's jump straight into your reading and find out, will you ever have children? Hi group 1. Hello darlings. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic of will you ever have children? This is a reading for those of you drawn to this orange and white cat. Look how adorable it is. It's coming in for a hug. Aww. Okay, so I have already pre-shuffled your oracle cards. I have them here, but first I'm going to live shuffle from the Cozy Witch Tarot. There's a lot of bright light today in this reading, which is such a blessing because the authorities have been announcing like a lot of bad weather for Bucharest, but Thank God we are actually blessed with a lot of light. So all this being said, it may be that a blessing is on its way to you already. Some of you may find out very soon that you are pregnant. So good luck, congratulations. Let's see, what do the tarot cards have to say? I'm just going to separate them and pick the first 4 cards on top. Okay, I think this is enough. Are you ready? So let's see. The Knight of Pentacles. And the keywords are slowly but surely, you're going places. We already have Earth energy on the table. This is Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Oh, Taurus, it's being strongly confirmed. We have here the Empress. There is beauty to be found in every experience. Some of you could be a Taurus Sun and you recently found out you're pregnant. It may have been a really beautiful surprise. Ah, the Cozy Witch, the Fool. This is a leap into the unknown. Take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. So it is. And we also have the 8 of Pentacles. A lot of coin energy, a lot of earth energy. So it is said here, sorry, but fairies aren't going to come do all the work for you. You have to really chop in or tip in. And now your oracle cards are... My God, this is such strong Venus energy. You got the Woman in the romantic Lenormand. Oof, like your attractiveness is so high. It's like you're really manifesting this. You're really vibing in a very super delicious kind of way, you know. We have here the Beaver Moon, creation. Wow, one after the other, confirmation upon confirmation. We have here bravery. Okay, so we see here, explore your inner wild places. The inner wild places in the bedroom. We also have here Palo Santo, Grandmaster number 55, spontaneous change. And we have a miracle. Oh, wow. Some of you have Saturn in the 5th house, and actually getting pregnant and having a family and taking care of children has been your lifelong deepest desire, but it may have also been shrouded in a lot of setbacks and limitations. Some of you may have been having some miscarriages, in which case I'm really sorry. I really, you know, my heart goes out to you. I never had one myself, but a couple of my friends had, and it can really mess you up internally. But stay the course, stay determined, keep trying, because I see that you are about to have a breakthrough. As I mentioned, I'm reading here for a large collective, and some of you are trying to have a child. I feel that some of you are undergoing IVF treatment, and you're trying all sorts of alternative healing, herbal medicine to try to just get your womb aligned with your desires. I also feel that others of you have been experimenting with some innovative progressive medical procedures. Some of you are afraid of having children. So those of you that do not resonate with the whole Saturn in the 5th house scenario, you're afraid of having children, but I think that you may have been surprising yourself with just how much you are ready to become a mother on some level. So it's kind of a weird energy whereby you find out you're pregnant, you're shocked because you had a lot of fear related to motherhood, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I think this kind of excites me. I think I'm enthusiastic about this. I think I'm gonna tackle this on and I'll be the best possible parent that I can. Some of you are actually adopting pets. You are becoming a pet mama. Because I see here a lot of animal spirits. I see the unicorn, the wolf, the bear. You may have found it very difficult to choose the cat. Yeah, so at the beginning, I think you wanted to choose all 4 of them. I think you're an animal lover. There may be some very strong Sagittarius energy in your chart, on top of a lot of earthy elements, like a Venus in Taurus, a Mars in Capricorn, or a Moon in Virgo. I see that in this period, you're incredibly fertile. So if you are having, or, you know, if you're engaging in hanky-panky, and if you have a sensual partner, it depends on what you want to achieve, but I see that you are very close to reaching your goal. And if you do want to get pregnant and have a baby, this is very possible at the moment. A miracle is about to come bless your life. I was feeling it with all this bright light. You're also incredibly delicious. I feel that not only to your partner, but maybe other people will proposition you, both men and women. Although for the purpose of procreation, I guess that you know who you may need to go for. I do feel that it's been a long time coming for some of you. You've been planning this. Those of you who resonate more with the Saturn in the 5th house, IVF, or trying for a baby scenario, there may have been some setbacks. You really struggled financially. You said it to yourself, I'm not going to be able to get pregnant until I have sufficient funds to take care of my child. So primarily for you, the biggest concern in life has been getting professionally and materially stable enough to have a home and to raise a child inside that home. And I feel like you're on the brink of getting this dream of yours coming true. Others of you will be, as I said, surprised. It will come out of the blue. It's like, what? I wasn't even intending on getting pregnant. It's like just happened, and oh my God, this is amazing. And I think that for some of you, this is a good strategy, because if you think too much about having children, some of you would freak out. But if it is a beautiful surprise, you're just like, you know what, I'm going to go with the flow, and I'm going to just take it on my stride, and I'll see what happens. You know that it will be hard work. You know that being a mother will require a lot of attention, a lot of daily care, discipline, a lot of repetition and routine, but you are willing to just like, you know, raise your shirt sleeve and elbow the situation. You know, it's like, I'm going to get knee deep into this and I will become a very hardworking parent. Some of you are single parents, but I feel that you have sufficient resources and you have a system of support. Maybe you have relatives, you have friends, you have a network, a group of people, other single mothers that can help you in this endeavor. And I feel like you're just going to take it on, full speed ahead, super bravely into the unknown. You are going to hunker down and become a parent. So a couple of diverse messages that I see here. We do have 2 major arcanas, and they are related to Taurus, Venusian beauty, earthy beauty, a reward for all the hard work you've been doing, taking care of your body, taking care of yourself, the natural outcome to a process that has started years ago. And we have the Fool as well, which is about the leap into the unknown, having faith, blind faith that it's going to work out somehow. You don't know what you're jumping into, but you're jumping into it anyway. And this is a feat of bravery that the universe sees that you're willing to take on, and it will reward you commensurate to your effort and to your courage. Congratulations, group 1. Yeah. That's what I like to see, you know, courage, just taking initiative, just being there, you know, being present for life's spontaneous miracles. So I do feel that you are protected. Palo Santo here is highly protective. It's the holy wood. And we see here the keyword guardian. You do have your guardian angels around you. Your ancestors are standing beside you, touching you, making sure that they are blessing you, making sure that you will have a smooth pregnancy, that you will deliver the baby to term. And this may be very good news, especially for those of you who may have suffered from miscarriages in the past. This baby is going to stay. This baby will not budge. This baby is very stubborn. It wants to come into this incarnation. Okay, so I feel like crying. I feel like some of you have been going through this really painful journey, and I'm here to just give you this good news. And you know how after a very long ordeal, after being told no and disappointments and doors shut in your face, you hear good news and it breaks you down, or you see an act of kindness and it breaks you down, because how is this possible after such delayed hope, after such vitriol, after such pain? But it is possible in your case, yeah? Miracles, double rainbows, like in the meme. So I do feel that your partner is going to support you. Your partner is going to be solid, loyal, and stable for those of you who have a partner. And for those of you who are single, you know, and you want to do this by yourself, I feel that you will find the financial means to support yourself. You may be able to access some state-supported grant. You may be able to access maybe money from parents or some sort of extra stipend at work. You will be given the financial means to stay home and take care of your child, at least in the first 6 months to a year. There is a feeling that you will thrive. The Empress here guarantees that this baby that appears in your life is not going to drain your resources. On the contrary, it's actually going to improve your public standing. Yeah? So this child is a blessing. definitely you will have children. Some of you are already pregnant watching this. Some of you have been planning it for a very long time, and it's finally happening. And I do feel that this will be a period of glowing up for you. You will become the cozy witch. You will become the big earth mama that you were always meant to become. Yeah, for some of you, this is your destiny. You could have a North Node in Libra, which means that the child is going to be a really significant soul partner for you in this lifetime. A soulmate of yours that is helping you achieve the task of interdependence and partnership. Some of you have a North Node in Taurus, which means that slow and steady wins the race. You had to learn to temper down your sexual energy, which could have been quite wild in your youth, but now you're building it constructively towards a more traditional, settled, and careful financial and material situation. You're becoming more pragmatic. You understand the role of routine, and you are really going to thrive in this role as a mother figure. Others of you are going to feel that this child that will be incarnated is a person that will protect you. Your child is almost like a guardian angel for you, and it needs to happen in this period. Some of you may be going through your Saturn return or some sort of other karmic point. I feel that for others of you, I'm getting a message. Some of you could be quite older. You may be around your second Saturn return, and you've been considering for a very long period of time whether you should adopt a child, whether you should become a foster parent or a social parent for somebody. And I feel that after many procedures, after a lot of hard work, after a lot of administrative things and filing in paperwork and, visits from the child protection services, you are finally getting the green light on this adoption. You're finally going to become a foster parent or an adoptive parent, and I feel like this is going to really make you feel accomplished. And on this note, this is it. I feel like I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for listening. I do need to tell you before you go that I have a very special Christmas sale. You can get any of my services, my reports, or my tarot readings for 15% off if you book in the period between 15 until the 22nd of December at midnight. So make sure to take advantage of this offer. And if this is where I leave you, then see you in my next one. Mwah. Ciao. Hi group 2. Hello darlings. I'm so happy to have you here with me for this pick a card reading on the topic of will you ever have children? I do hope you're doing well. Let's jump straight into your reading. I have here the Cozy Witch Tarot. I'm going to give it a shuffle and choose your cards. I also have your oracle cards pre-selected, but I also need to put you in touch with the animal you have chosen. So this is this really adorable porcupine. This is my favorite as well. I love the muzzle. I love the kind eyes. Look at him. Look at him. He is so cute. Okay, so the porcupine is your spirit animal. This is a very crafty animal. It finds treasures and jewels in dirt. If you think about the truffles that porcupines are usually trained to discover, and the truffles are such luxurious items of food. And I also feel that there is a feeling of you sometimes have this knack of taking something that some people consider trash and giving it fresh life and elevating it. For example, maybe you enjoy shopping in thrift stores and you take old clothes, you redesign them, and you make them into beautiful new pieces of clothing that people actually ask you, is this a designer piece or what's going on here? You have the capacity to breathe life into something that is old and antique. And I feel that this is why you were drawn toward this porcupine. Okay, all this being said, let's see what the cards have to say related to this life-giving shamanic capacity that you have. You could be also a fire witch, a really powerful fire witch. Let's see. Haha, wow, okay. Two of Wands, talk about fire, yeah? There's a lot of light at the moment in my room, so I'm sorry about the glare, but fire witch. Your decisions decide your future here, nothing else. Yeah, you're a very determined individual. You manifest things very fast. Three of Swords, it's okay to try, but you've been so heartbroken in your life. People have placed so many obstacles on the path of you achieving what you want to achieve because your confidence was usually misjudged and misinterpreted as arrogance, or who do you think you are, or people wanted to take revenge on you, or wanted to one up you, or were in some sort of like unconscious competition with you, when all you were doing is just being yourself. And you have this self-esteem, you have this power that intimidates other people. We have the Six of Pentacles. This is an act of generosity. This is being very giving, an individual that supports other people. And I think that having a child is going to be your karmic reward. Let's see here. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. My gosh, this is beautiful. Some of you are pet parents already. I see a cat here in the background. And I also have here the Tower. Get ready, things are about to be shaken up. Okay, so this tells me that you are already resigned with your fate. You already believe that it's not going to happen. You had other things that you had to focus on. Finding your purpose in life, healing your heart, letting go of certain resentments, especially in relation to your mother figure. I think your mother hurt you a lot in this lifetime, whether she meant to or not. There have been some issues here, some emotional issues that you had to work through. I think that also partners may have betrayed you. You wanted to be in an established long-term relationship. You may have also been married once at least, but it all came crashing down because, as I said, either you chose immature partners or they changed on you after the initial romantic feelings died down and the honeymoon phase was over. These people kind of changed on you. They turned on you and they started competing with you, right? But I see that you're a person that really focused on establishing herself financially. You went to school, you got jobs, you acquired a certain sum of money, you have a savings account, you're living not necessarily in a luxurious way, but you're doing the best that you can, you're independent, and in a very quiet way, you live a very beautiful little life. You got already accustomed to the idea that love may not happen for you, that children may not be in the books for you. I feel that some of you are already reaching a certain age where you're thinking, nah, it's not going to happen. I'm already close to menopause. I mean, like, and a miracle needs to happen for that to actually come through. And here's the Tower card. Here's the game changer, a thunder crashing into your quiet little life, telling you that you will fall in love and it will be head over heels and you may get pregnant like very soon after. I see here a period of 6 weeks to 6 months from the moment when you meet this person that will literally change your life in the split of a second. So very strongly, there is here the indication that you will have an unexpected pregnancy with a person that enters your life spontaneously to completely change your idea of what it means to be a family, what it means to have a home, what it means to be a parent. Now let's see what your oracle cards have to say. Wow, what cards you have. So we have here power. Yeah, talk about thunders. Do you see the energy of thunders? This is Pluto and Aquarius. This is like, oh my goodness, this is something that will electrify you. It will come so strong and so out of the blue, and it will be something that will really break down a lot of the walls, the defenses, the kind of like habits, your habituated actions that are keeping you a little bit stuck, that are draining you of life force. We do have here the whip as well, some sort of pain, a feeling of victimization. It's like, why does this always happen to me? A feeling of fear. But look, abundance. We have here the hunter moon. Again, we see this red energy, needing to be brave, needing to be courageous, understanding that you have really strong powers of creation. And look at this, the number 38. Some of you could be turning 38 or in the 38th year of your life. Wow, yes, I almost dropped the cards and I felt the shiver. In the 38th year of your life, you will spontaneously fall in love and get pregnant in record time. It's like you won't know what hit you. It's going to be like love of a lifetime. And it's going to be such a weird contrast between how much you had to endure in the past and how hopeless things felt. And all of a sudden, boom, love, it appeared. How did I manifest this? What's going on? We also have here your path. Have courage to follow your own path. What did I say earlier? Have courage, okay? You've got this. You're in control. In spite of the fact that this situation is going to happen spontaneously, you are the elk, you are the father figure, you are the protector of the forest, you are the one that will organize this family. Not necessarily you becoming the main provider. Maybe this will be something that you will share with your partner, but you will get in the habit of this new life that will be created for you. I also see here Lavender, the weaver. Oh, you're gonna become like an earth mama. I definitely see that you will relocate. You may move to a place closer to nature, closer to water, a place that will allow you to grow some food from the earth directly, a place in which you will be able to grow healing herbs. You're going to become like this powerhouse of order and family grounded values, and like you won't know what happens. Like you're living in a cozy apartment in a city, and then you fall in love, you get pregnant, you move to a farm, and your life has completely changed. And you will become like this great administrator, giving to the community as well, and taking care of the people in that small community that you will move into. I feel that this is going to heal your heart, and it will get you more in tune with your craft, with your witchiness. It will help you understand your power. I feel that you will also be generative in terms of not only growing and helping raise a child and working at your relationship to your partner, but also you will become like a productive force in which you will plant seeds and grow plants and vegetables and take care of sheep and cattle and raise animals as well. And it's kind of like you will become your own little business owner, your own little developer, manager. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, so it's kind of like you will have everything under control. We see here full moons, intense emotions, a feeling of intense protectiveness. You will astound yourself with how protective you will become. You will be like this mama bear or this elk that locks horn with anybody that is trying to F up, your peace of mind and your generativeness. It's like this is very strong Empress vibes, but taken to a whole new level. It's like you become the Emperor and the Empress all at once. You will be so astounded to how much you will feel like you are in your element. So whatever fears, whatever hang-ups you may have had related to having a child, falling in love, doing something daring like relocating to a farming community or to a small village, all of these things are going to happen, and as they manifest, you will be completely astounded at how easy it is for you to let go of fear and step into your power. You really had issues in the past with accepting your power. You were self-abusing yourself or self-sabotaging. You weren't ready. You weren't ready to embody this power, but now your time has come. Now obstacles will be removed, whatever you want, manifest it. And with such force that it will completely shake you to the core of your being. Wow, what a powerful reading. Like, I feel it. It's like, I don't know, on some level, I feel like I'm reading for myself as well. Yeah, I did feel very strongly drawn to the porcupine fellow over here. So transforming other people's garbage into gold. Some people may think that what you are doing, like completely relocating from a big city to a farming village, is suicide. Like, who goes there? Nobody, people are actually fleeing from such places, but you will be a remarkable role model that shows people that the land has not died. If you put effort into it and if you work it, it will grow, it will reward you. And I feel like you're going to become this front of resistance against consumerist capitalism, whereby you will grow your own food and you will nourish your family outside of needing to engage in a lot of shipping and buying practices. I also feel that you're very intelligent and you will use a lot of energy, electricity, devices, technology to try to help your farm grow and develop. Like, you'll be this really cool techno earth mama. This is so beautiful, and it will be massively healing to your broken heart. You will go from a witch that was kind of practicing something that felt detached from nature to a person that's firmly planted in the middle of nature, and your powers thereby will increase. The full moon guarantees harvest, abundance, protectiveness. What more could you want? I really need to take a breather because your reading has been so intense and so powerful. I hope that you can take it and run with it and manifest something beautiful because, oh boy, yes, you will become a mama. It is guaranteed. You will have at least one child, potentially a boy. I see it very strongly here. But on top of this, you're going to have so many pets, okay? So many pets. And fruits and vegetables and just productiveness. It's going to be something that will blow your mind. So thank you for listening. I do need to remind you before you leave that I have a Christmas sale. You can get 15% off any of my services in the period 15th of December, 22nd of December. So please go ahead and book. You can book now for a later point in time if you don't want the reading at this moment. Just take advantage of this opportunity. It will help you with your Christmas and holiday costs. That was my hope and my intention. If this is where I leave you, then thank you so much for listening, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Ciao. Hi Group 3, hello darlings. Welcome to a pick-a-card reading on the topic of will you ever have children? Let's explore. So this is a reading for those of you that were drawn to the koala. Maybe you are Australian or you are actually going to find your good luck in terms of settling down and having a family in Australia. There is a feeling here that it could be that you want children very strongly, but your partner is a little bit grumpy. There is a sense of grumpiness. You may also embody this. Like when you think about children and family, you go like, oh, really? Do I have to do that? You don't have to do anything, okay? And the outcome of this reading is something that you can also reject if you don't enjoy what you hear, or you may choose another pile. But I see very strongly here a certain sense of grumpiness, a certain feeling of heaviness, like having a child is a burden. It's something that is not really helpful. It's something that on some level you feel that you may fantasize about having, but when you think about actually implementing it, it's like, it doesn't seem realistic. It seems a little bit impossible to you. Okay, so I have your oracle cards over here, and let's figure out what's going on with the piano. The piano has been really strong in your reading as well. A little bit annoying. Yeah, I can feel that you're annoyed. You're irritated. Why did you click on this reading? It's like there is a conflict inside of you. You want to have a child, but you don't want to have a child. What's going on here? Let's see. I think that you're also a little bit worried as to the outcome of this question. Don't worry, tarot is not destiny. It is just a guide. Okay, so let's see what the Cozy Witch Tarot has to say. This is really strange, but you got some of the cards that Group 1 got as well. So we have here the Cozy Witch, taking a leap of faith into the unknown. The keywords are take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. The Patient Witch, okay. Learn to get comfortable with sitting still whenever necessary. There's a lot of anxiety in your system related to the idea of a family. We have here the Empress, Taurus energy. There is beauty to be found in every experience. This is the mothering card, the ultimate mothering and wifey card. And we have the Magician, willpower. So we see here you have everything you need to do what you want. I need to tell you that this is remarkable. You have only major arcanas. Yeah? Only major arcanas. The Magician, the Fool, the Hanged Man, and the Empress. Very strong Neptune energy, Aquarius energy, Gemini, and Taurus. So I do think that at heart, you are still a little bit of an adolescent. You're a person that really enjoys life. You're still figuring out world's mystery and how the world operates. You get confused many times. You don't understand why things have to function this way. And why does it feel like a burden to have a family and raise a child in today's world when it should be something that a lot of people want, a lot of people advise you to have in this lifetime to live a fulfilled life. But at the same time, you're getting these weird messages, these double-sided messages from society that, well, you should have a child. This is something really significant, but you won't be able to support yourself if you do. So you're stuck at a crossroads and you don't understand what is actually going on, you know. Adulting feels incredibly difficult for you at the moment. And I can understand that, don't worry. I'm not judging you at all. We have here the Knight of Pentacles. So again, an echo from Group 1. Maybe you didn't like what you hear at Group 1 and you clicked on Group 3. thinking that you're going to get a different set of cards and you're getting the same cards. Yeah, you just can't escape. You just can't escape the reading. Yeah. The Knight of Pentacles talks about a slow and steady progression. You first will need to create a career for yourself. You need to become financially stable before you can settle down and have a child. I do feel that having a child is going to be up to you. I see here potential. Yeah. You are a fertile individual. You're not going to have issues from the point of view of biological procreation, but it is a question of internal conflict. Will you make a decision that is benefic for you, or will you allow the voices of other people to influence you in this situation? It's all up to you. The universe has deemed it appropriate to grant you a lot of free will in this lifetime. So whatever you want goes. If you want to be single and dedicate your lifetime towards growing plants, owning your own business, creating other things such as cultural artifacts. Maybe you want to be a painter. Maybe you want to be a dancer, a singer. Maybe you want to have a really impressive literary career. Maybe you want to be a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor, a serving member of society. Whatever you choose to use in order to create your life, this is what's going to happen. With the Magician, you have a lot of strength and willpower. So a pregnancy is not going to happen in your life spontaneously, out of the blue, like with group 2. Group 2 has a very fated marker there. A pregnancy will happen only if you want it. Only if you say, this is it, you are my partner, let's get pregnant, or let's adopt. I see here that with the Cozy Witch, you have to consciously say, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to jump into the unknown and I'll see what happens. The moment when you do this, that's the moment when you unlock a lot of pleasure, a lot of satisfaction, a lot of material wealth. I see here very strongly that some of you could have a Jupiter in Pisces, Jupiter in Aquarius. I'm getting very strong vibes as well. You may have a Sun in Taurus, Moon in Taurus, Ascendant in Taurus. Uranus is causing you a lot of instability, but from 2026, everything will calm down and you will feel like you have been remade at the level of your personality, and you'll be better able to tend to things without so much disruption around you. Let's see what your oracle cards have to say. We have your Voyage, the Whale. So diving deep, exploring your emotions. You need to do some sort of therapeutic work, some sort of healing before you actually settle down and have a family. Damiana, the Beloved. You first need to meet your partner, of course. I feel that it's really important for you in this lifetime to meet the one that's going to help you create a family. Some of you could have a North Node in Gemini. We have here Acceptance, the cycle of life. Things are not going to happen faster or sooner rather than later. They are going to happen when you are ready to manifest. If you are in two minds about something, if you struggle to accept something about the natural flow of things, about the beauty of life, about the beauty of creation, then it's not going to happen. You have to be 100% dedicated and committed. You have to really want it in order to manifest. And the moment when you want it, the desire will be made known to the ether, and all of a sudden you will begin to be led down a path towards the creation of your family. Harvest Moon, fruition. You are an impossibly you carry this energy of wealth from a past lifetime in abundance. Definitely South Node in Sagittarius, or some sort of strong Sagittarius energy in your karmic spots, like a Saturn in Sagittarius, for example. You carry the consciousness of wealth, of plenty. And in this lifetime, what you need to do is to partner up with somebody and to take a leap of faith to accept that things are as they are. We're never going to be perfect parents, but let's try becoming parents anyway. So I see that you may have 2 children if you decide to actually hunker down and take the task of raising a family, but it will all be dependent on the decision that you make. Yeah, you are the one that will decide, yes, I want to be in a partnership. Yes, I want to have a child. Yes, I'm going to do this. And it will happen slow and steady, not overnight, right? So it will be a progress. You make the decision, steps are being created. You will see the path towards the accomplishment of this family dream. For example, first you will meet a person, you will work at that relationship. There is some healing that needs to be done here. You may need to go to counseling or to therapy prior to you becoming a parent. And definitely I feel like you need to find a job that you love doing and really get productive in saving up money and in becoming financially savvy with investments, so that you can create a nest egg that will help you in the accomplishment of your family dream. So there are certain steps to be fulfilled from the moment when you decide, I want to do this. But I definitely feel like it's going to lead you to the path of increasing your mind. You will have a lot of interesting conversations with your child, with your partner. There will be this wind of change coming into your life. I feel that you are meant to educate. I feel like you need to have a child in order to educate that child. If you're not going to become a teacher, I feel like you are going to be able to have a child and educate that child, and that will be part of the fulfillment of your destiny in this lifetime. So very strongly, this idea of you having children and being in a partnership will be related to your will. This is not something that is going to spring up upon you in a destined way. It's not going to be the hammer of fate that intervenes and tells you, boom, this is it. This is the moment you need to get pregnant. This is going to be a conscious decision for most of you that have been drawn to this pile. Yeah. So very strongly, I see that many of you will decide not to get married to your partner. You will decide to cohabit or to be like just in proximity of each other. You're going to have this very strong free love, respecting each other's independence. You do your own thing, I do mine. And you will take a very detached approach to raising your child. It will be a pleasure for you to educate your child, to teach your child many different things. But I think that from an emotional point of view, you could be a bit more on the cool side. Like you're going to be a little bit of a detached parent. You're not going to be so cuddly or so loving or so affectionate, because I feel that there are some issues here to be resolved. There is something that you'll need to sacrifice before you actually have a family. And what you may need to sacrifice is your own inner child healing. It's a bit of a strange energy, but I see that your patience will be rewarded in this case. Yeah. I hope this wasn't too confusing. It's a bit of a weird, foggy energy that I'm picking up with you, but it's basically up to you whether you will have children. It's not going to be the hand of fate intervening. It's up to you whether this is going to come true. So strangely enough, the music also stopped. This is my cue to end the reading here. Before you leave, I do need to remind you that if you want to book a personal reading with me, I have a Christmas sale in between 15th of December until the 22nd of December midnight. You may book any of my tarot services or reports with 15% off. Feel free to book now for a later point in time, or get some gifts for your family and friends. I'd be happy to help you. Send me an email and we can work things out. But if this is where I leave you, then thank you so much for listening, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Hi Group 4, hello darlings, welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic of will you ever have children? And you are actually being visited by one of my pets, Luna, who decided to join your reading and start purring. Yeah, she needs some affection. Okay, so I can already see this very strong mothering vibe, mothering energy. This is a reading for those of you who are drawn to the brown bear. Okay, so very traditional, classical energy. I feel like you've always wanted a child. You've always had this feeling inside of you that a child will be like a really important achievement in your lifetime. It's also something that may emotionally fulfill you. I think that you've always wanted to take care of someone that is smaller than you, to see yourself reflected in the eyes of a creature that you have created. There is a feeling of protection, wanting to have a family as a source of solidity and protection in this lifetime. And I definitely feel that there is a strong desire here for you to become a parent. Okay, now I have your oracle cards over here, and I have the Cozy Witch Tarot over here. So let's see what's in the cards for you. Okay, just gonna pick up the first 4 cards as I cut the deck. We have here the King of Wands. So this is fire sign energy. Shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. You have a very powerful masculine energy. You know what you want and you are going to get it. You are going to fight to reach your goals. You are quite competitive and you are not afraid of any challenge. So you could also be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. There's a very pronounced masculine vibe about you, but you're also a light worker. You hold a light for other people to follow when they're going through dark experiences, dark feelings, toxic habits. So we also have here the King of Cups. Oh, okay, the situation is becoming more nuanced. King of Cups is a water sign. We have here, always compose yourself before giving a response. You may have a choice between two partners and you are not really sure which one should become the father of your child, because both are really, really good catches, okay? A fire sign and a water sign. Six of Wands, victory. I see that you are in demand. You're a person that is very popular. A lot of people want you. A lot of people look up to you. The question is, whom are you going to choose? We have here, you're kind of a big deal, so start acting like it. Some of you could be tarot readers, astrologer. You could have a very strong public persona. A lot of people want to be with you, but you're wondering which one is going to have the stamina, the loyalty, and the courage to sit by your side and raise a family. We have here the Nine of Pentacles, so wealth, doing well financially. I think that you take care of yourself very well. You're doing well from a financial point of view. And if you're struggling at the moment, I see better financial times ahead for you. I see that you'll create your own nest egg, your own wealth, and you're going to live very comfortably. The question here will be, should you endanger this material stability by having a child, or should you continue very well on your own? The keywords here are pause and savor the results of your success. We have another change maker, the Knight of Wands. Wow, you will be running extensive romantic interviews before you actually decide to have a child with somebody. We see here a fiery, bold, sexy presence, somebody that is of the same age, that is swooping into your life, trying to court you and wanting to be with you. I mean, you're going to be spoiled for choice, group 4. I definitely feel that you're this kind of person that always had this come hither vibe about her or him. You always were pulling in sexual and romantic offers and opportunities. And the main problem that you have at the moment is that having a family and raising a child, you are afraid that it may intervene with your magnetic qualities. It's like, how can I actually belong to only one person when I actually enjoy having multiple types of relationships, or I enjoy flirting with a variety of different people? This doesn't mean that you have to sleep with all of these people. Not that there's anything wrong in that. Go and live your best life, queen. But this is about flirting and being in this romantic energy of like, you never know what's coming up next. You can always fall in love. You always have this like flutters in your stomach the first time when you meet a potential partner. You like that sexual tension that is created between you and somebody new. So you're kind of wondering, will this ever fit with a cozy family lifestyle? You're wondering whether you're made for this lifestyle. I think that you're doing quite well being adored by people, people sending you money, gifts, people actually adoring you and actually contributing to your sense of self-worth from this point of view. You want to live independently, you want to live freely, you want to love freely, and you like the sexual tension that is created between you and potential romantic partners. So you're kind of wondering, is family life really for me? I like to be this creative force. I like to inspire other people. I like to live my life outside of the norms of society. But there is, however, a strong need to see in family a source of protection. So a little bit of a conflict there. Let's see what the oracle cards, let's see what do they have to say. Relaxation. Arnica, the teacher. Inspiration, begin now. Okay. Fear. Yeah, and we see how this little child is blocked inside of her body and there's this darkness surrounding it. And we have the garden. Okay, group 4. I don't see that you will actually have children. I feel that you will prefer a lifestyle in which you have a very good relationship to your partner. You are nourishing your ideas, but I feel that you are not going to want to set fire to this foundation that you have created for yourself. You want to be independent. You don't want to have many things tying you down. And while you are keeping an open mind to healing your heart, while you are quite generous and loving to other people, while you are a role model and a teacher to many, I don't think that you are actually intent on having children of your own. You like your lifestyle as it is. You have put so much work into reaching this point. You want to have a smooth ride. You want to relax. You want to enjoy the finer things in life. You want to meet a lot of interesting people, bachelors and bachelorettes, and have flings and spontaneous connections with them. You want to enjoy the fruits of your labor without stressing. We see here two people in hammocks. This is about going down the blissful, pleasure-prone path in life. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. You do you, boo. But I see very strongly that if you are conflicted about having a family, it's only because you grew up in a traditional family, in a traditional environment, and these are echoes from your upbringing. It's not something you really want to do. Let's say you grew up with a very traditional mom and dad. You grew up in a very staunch religion. But you never felt like you were aligning yourself with these values. It's like you had to put up with them because that's what mom and dad wanted you to, unless you wanted to be kicked out of the home. You had to put up with all these religious beliefs because you didn't want to upset people and have arguments every holiday season. But the moment when you were able to live independently, it's like, watch out, girls, okay? Watch out, everybody. I'm going to let the queen out. I'm going to let the freak flag fly high. Some of you are actually transgender and you are at the moment a role model in your community. A lot of people rely upon you. And I think that you see the people that are trying to come out of the closet as your children. A lot of you have this child by extension vibe. And what I mean by that is that you are some sort of teacher, creative communication. You help inspire other people to live their best lives. But at the same time, it's not like you want to have an actual biological family. You have like a soul family. You see, you are a person that inspires other people to grow. And through this, you are sublimating your need to have children. You're too busy with other acts of creation. You know, I feel like you're a very creative person. You're very imaginative. You inspire a lot of people. But there is a block here related to family and having children and getting into the whole stress of, you know, changing nappies and waking up in the middle of the night and having to put up with, you know, the anxiety of what will happen to my child if I'm not there 24/7, and, you know, the whole difficult and painful process of actually changing your body through birth. Some of you actually appeared in this lifetime with a specific body, and it's like, this is the body I want to stay in, or I want to alter my body and for it to represent the gender that I want it to represent, because I'm picking up some very strong transgender vibe here about you guys as well. So after you've put your body through these transformations, or you decided to maintain the body as it was when you were born, you are not going to want to change it. So I think that you're sublimating, as I mentioned earlier, this need to have a family, this need to feel safe within a family, by collecting around you a group of disciples, a group of fans, a group of loyal followers that are being taught by you in some way. They're being nurtured by you like a loving mother would do with a child, but you're doing this to the community. You're doing this to social groups, right? So you are mothering by extension, by proxy. You're not really into the whole messiness of the everyday care of a child. You know, you're not up for that. It's too pragmatic for you. You are a person that is highly imaginative. You enjoy a quiet life. You enjoy rest and relaxation. You enjoy pleasures. You enjoy having a variety of different types of relationships, different forms of love, you know. You enjoy meeting new people, traveling. There is a feeling that you feel that having a child is going to be like a noose thrown around your neck, and it will stop your growth. It will frustrate your imagination. It will be such an infusion of reality that you will forever feel like you're shackled to the real, and you cannot stand this because you have a mission to fulfill here. You're very creative, and you're supposed to constantly tap into these moments of deep stillness, rest, and relaxation that provide you with creative moratorium and come up with these brilliant ideas that inspire communities, that inspire the public, that make other people's lives more spiritual, more beautiful, more imaginative. So you are a fantasy maker, and having a child will be like a blow to this fantasy life. So I highly recommend that you continue down this path, because whatever it is that you're doing, it's working. You have so many admirers, at least 3 people. I see here at least 3 people, 3 men, most likely, 2 of them older, 1 of them the same age as you. Fire signs, water signs, very emotional guys, very charming, charismatic, dynamic, good lovers, you know, are into you at the moment. So I definitely feel that you are this person with a really soothing, calm vibe, and I don't feel like becoming a mother, becoming a parent is something that would make you happy. And knowing this, it is better to have this awareness that I don't want to become a parent because I know I'll be a shit parent. It's actually a more mature decision than having a child and then becoming a bad parent and raising a child that is going to hate being alive and feel that it's not desired, and you're going to have a very frustrated relationship with that child. So definitely don't do what other people tell you to do. Do what you feel is right for you. And I feel that for you, group 4, you're the group that is going to have children by proxy. Your books, your pets, your projects, your community, these are your children. And I feel that this is where you are destined to place your energy into. So there's nothing that you will lose in this lifetime. It's just that in this lifetime, you may skip over the whole biological procreation process. Okay, so this is the reading that I had for you. I really hope it helps. I hope it inspires you. Before you leave, I need to remind you about my Christmas sale. In between the 15th of December up until the 22nd of December midnight, you may book readings with me, reports and tarot readings for just 15% off. So make sure to take advantage of this opportunity. Write me an email. We'll work something out. We'll figure out some things. If you have any ideas as to how you may create gifts for families and friends, or book a reading now and maybe have it delivered to you 3 months from now, I am flexible. I am open to all sorts of recommendations. I just want you guys to take advantage of this 15% off offer, because it will just provide you with more money, more resources for Christmas shopping if you do decide to take it on. Thank you so much for your help and support. Thank you for listening, and I cannot wait to see my next one. Ciao.